Driving conditions could be bad Friday. Stateline public transportation systems might have to adapt. 23 News reporter Jake Pearson talks to officials who plan on keeping routes operational.
Whether you live in Rockford or in rural areas of the state line, current plans call for public transport to run routes as usual. But depending on what the weather looks like in the early morning, that could change.
Anytime we have inclement weather come in, we always have additional backup.
Hoping for the best, but planning for the worst, helping Stateline residents get to where they need to go safely.
In a lot of sense, looking into the crystal ball and trying to figure out what is going to be occurring.
With severe winter weather on the way, residents who rely on public transportation could be questioning whether or not they can get a ride.
Our plan is to operate open like we normally would on a regular day and see what the weather is actually throwing at us.
We already have additional drivers on a day-to-day basis, but we bring in even more drivers. And then on top of our regular service, we also have facilities that we got to maintain as well.
Services in Rockford, along with Lee, Ogle, and Boone counties, will be up and running, but playing it by ear to determine if roads are safe enough to travel.
In the last 20 years, we've only delayed service. We've never canceled service because we have experienced drivers. We have drivers who've been driving for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years even. And they understand that living in the Midwest, you're going to get some weather, you're going to get some snow, you're going to get some cold temperatures.
Lee Ogle Transportation System Director Greg Gates says they aren't forgetting about residents who must make it to their destination for reasons like medical treatment.
There's a lot of different medical reasons that people may need to venture out. Kidney dialysis comes to mind because that's something that they have a regular schedule. We definitely have to be responsive as much as possible.
If you are looking to use RMTD's services in the coming days, you can download its Bus Tracker app, which provides wait times and allows users to check a bus's location.
Thank you, Jake. Services in each area will be different. You can check your local city or county's websites for the latest transportation updates, as well as phone numbers to request a ride.